Let's talk about the music industry and staying in the music industry as a songwriter, which is what you primarily do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? How do you get signed with a publishing company? How do you get in there?
Well, the whole thing about Nashville, anything you need to do in Nashville, no matter what it is, being an artist, being a superstar, doing a lot of getting a radio hit, it's all about relationships. Every single bit is knowing, not just knowing the right people, but just knowing a lot of people and having actual authentic relationships with these people and not going out and trying to get something with every meeting that you have and being that person. It's all about hanging out with people and knowing that you're not just there because of whatever power position they may or may not have. So.
And how did you network? How did you figure out how to do that? I mean, obviously you have a very genuine personality. We already get that, but was it hanging out in the bars, or did you?
Some of that, there's a lot of cutting your chops. Like a lot of people go down to Broadway and 2nd Avenue and pay their dues. They go down there and play just a bunch of covers and do that whole thing. So if you go to Nashville, there's honky tonkin'. Go down to the honky tonk and there's people playing top 40 country songs all up and down this place. Aside from that, you stretch a little bit further out of town and it's people who are actually writing and creating their own stuff. Venues like the Bluebird Cafe, which we've all seen from the Nashville show, and
right.
There's also the Listening Room, there's Commodore Cafe, there's the Commodore Grill, Soul Shine's becoming a big one. Just all these places where you can get out and start performing your own material. And at some point, you'll begin to make a name for yourself. You just have to do it enough and play enough of these shows, again, meet the right co-writers, get out and collaborate, and your notoriety, so to say, your brand and just your name starts to get out there, and people want to write with you, and things start to happen. But again, it's just all putting yourself out there, getting on these stages and playing, and that's kind of where the networking comes from. People start to hear something that they like and want to sign on to it, or they may not like it, and you still got some work to do. It goes either way. More often than not, it's people think you still got some work to do, so you got to keep on chipping away, and finally somebody will come along who believes in you and give you that opportunity. As far as maintaining, it is just Tony Arata, the guy who wrote The Dance, and just a whole bunch of these crazy old hits. He said, you just got to wait till everybody else goes home. So a lot of it's persistence. It's a lot about seeing the long-term vision of it and finding a way to make it work and make it happen, rather than thinking, I'm going to go to Nashville and become a big star. It's only going to take me 6 months or a year. And
how often does that really happen?
Well, you come across people. I do a lot of mentoring with upcoming songwriters and people who are new to town or wondering if Nashville's right for them. And a lot of time they do. You'd be surprised at how many folks want to just come in and take the town by storm, thinking that they're ready for it. And the thing is, it's kind of like the old adage, it's just coming in to be a very small fish in a very big pond, because there's thousands of other writers there doing it, and you got to really set yourself down. You got to lock in with a foundation, with a good job. You got to find something that pays the bills, but then also allows you to write songs, allows you to go perform, and it's not always easy. That's why waiting tables is a big one for songwriters and artists and also actors. Gives them flexibility, but also allows them to keep a roof over their head without without eating too many Pringles and ramen. But you gotta do that. You gotta pay that. That's part of the sacrifice, and that's part of paying those dues. And it is day in, day out of that grind until things start to find their balance, and you get your own thing going on.